Money Radio, discussing the business of making and spending money.
Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Money Radio. This Monday edition, we are going to be reviewing the national economy, the headline story that is leading on the national economy. And with me in the studio is the editor of the paper, Kingsley Ali. It's a pleasure to host you on today's Monday Radio. So let's see what national economy is saying today, Monday, September 25th. Sorry, 26th, 2022. 2023 election campaign. Tough economic questions incoming president must answer. 2023 election campaign. Tough economic questions incoming president must answer. And on the rider we have how will Nigeria's next president tackle oil subsidy, forest power, other issues. Kingsley, you are the editor of National Economy. So, what prompted these questions? And of course, this your headline story is coming just 2 days before presidential campaign flags up. So, what came into play when you
Actually,
headline this headline
yes,
story?
yes. The truth is that the economy has practically collapsed. So it's no longer going to be the usual rhetoric we get to hear from politicians, because these areas of concern, the fuel subsidy, the forest crisis, and of course the challenge with the power sector,
Yes.
we want them to tell us in concrete terms what they're going to do about it. For instance, when you look at the issue of a forest crisis, for instance, you check the slide and the volatility of naira now, the exchange
Yes.
parallel market, as is so disturbing. So we're expecting them to come up and tell us what exactly. And the blueprint and do whatever. So no, you tell us. We want to hear. So
You know what you just said now. Sorry to chip in. Is what the present administration accused another presidential candidate of PDP,
yes,
Atiku Abubakar, of
yes,
doing that.
yes,
They stole
yes.
economic blueprints.
Yeah,
of this,
what Atiku has is a poor copy of their own economic blueprint.
doing.
You see, you keep hearing all this. It
But
goes.
it shows that sorry, there's nothing to cheer home about because if Atiku steals, if it's true that he steals or he
Yes,
stole
yes,
the current economic blueprint, that
yes.
means Nigerians should go for more economic rules because considering the present reality.
I think we should hold on till Wednesday when the campaign officially takes off. So we get to hear from Atiku. For now, let's just assume his usual APC trying to cast aspersion PDP and all the rest of them. So so Atiku will have the opportunity to tell Nigerians in specific terms what he's going to do to address this challenge. Then, of course, we come into power. Just today, we learned that the national grid collapsed again.
That is the sixth this year.
That's the sixth this year. But in the last maybe 12 years plus now, it's like 223 times. Minister of Power was even at this Nigeria Energy Conference in Lagos, even said that Nigeria has spent between 2020 and 2021, Nigeria has spent about 1.6 trillion in this sector. Nothing to show for it. Nothing. They need to tell us also, you are coming, you want to lead. Please, what are you going to do to save this cost?
However, if on this power issue, what actually should be done about it? Because we heard at the first administration, they said they want to probe,
Mm,
starting with Obasanjo's regime, because so
yes,
much was expended into the
yes,
power sector,
yes.
and nothing has been is tangible coming from it.
Mhm.
So what really is like the more we look, the less we see what is
Yeah,
happening.
I don't think it will be the more we look now, the less we see. Because it's no longer about where you came from, whether you're from the north or south, east or west. It's no longer about that. I mean, we're at the crisis point now. These things must be arrested. So it's not going to be sending a proxy to come on my behalf. No, you tell us. Nigerians will listen. Well,
Because so much has been expended,
so
the
much.
power sector has
1.6
got so
trillion.
much, and we are just Nigeria is just generating only 4,000 megawatts for a population of about 200 million.
Yeah, yeah. It's not as if they don't know what to do. Sincerely, I believe actually any well-meaning president
Mm,
we know what to do to arrest this issue. If you're having this number of this now this Greek collapse thing now,
mm.
you're a president, you are
And
coming, you must
and
know what to do.
Kingsley, the power is central to all economic activities in
Yes, of
Nigeria.
course.
You see a situation by even foreign manufacturing companies. They have exited the country because of this power issue. This, on the other hand, that is a alternative supply. Is no longer easily accessible,
Yes,
given its high
of
cost of
course. Yeah, yeah.
items.
Like you said, you have even said it or you summarized it. It has affected practically everything we do. The cost of commodities have gone high. Things are no longer affordable.
Mhm,
People are paying through the teeth now.
mm.
It's no longer as it used to be. But the truth is that I also believe at some point, this power sector, I can liken it to Ajaokuta Steel or even Second Niger Bridge. It has been a drain pipe. They use it to siphon money. That is what I believe, my personal opinion. Do you understand? They use it to siphon money. You say today you are pumping money into this, you are pumping into this. Today, Disco will say it is Genco, Genco will say transmission company, and all those rubbish. They know what to do. When Fashola, before he became a minister, he said that if APC came to power,
Within
under
6 months.
6 months, they will address this issue of power challenge. As it happened, he wasn't talking because he didn't know what he was saying. He
Mm,
knows what to do. But somehow, I don't know, they get into this system and then
they are lost.
they are lost.
Now, federal government presently is saying that they want to sell off most of its transmission companies, electrical transmission companies,
Yes.
and the workers are threatening to down tools.
Yeah,
What do you
because
do?
it's not.
We have a situation whereby workers, maybe government wants to take action, the workers will want to hold government by its jugular by going on industrial
That's
strike.
why it is.
So,
Yes,
industrial
it
action,
needs
sorry.
it needs
So,
political
is this
will.
the only way to do?
No,
Because you
it's
also
not the
saw
only
the
way.
same thing played out during the Obasanjo's time. He actually privatized the refinery, but during Yar'Adua's time, he had to return it back to
Mm-hmm.
its normal because the
Mm-hmm.
workers also threatened that. You can see that oil workers, that is refinery workers, they have been collecting money
Yes.
over the years,
Yes.
I mean billions, somebody imputed it, yet they are not working. What is happening?
It boils down to political will. If you must lead a nation, you must have the political will to implement certain policies. You don't have to look at anybody's face. You must be found you must be found to be so uncompromised in the things you do. So that way people will get to fear you. It's just as simple as that. How can you tell me if you're a president and you want to enforce a policy and you tell me
Mm,
somebody, Mr. A or B,
mm,
cannot allow you to do that? You don't know what to do.
mm,
It's either you're already compromised.
mm,
That's the simple truth. But the thing here is that it's not even about downing tools.
mm,
The workers actually they know what they are saying. The problem is not with us. The problem is infrastructure.
mm,
Fix this. Put this in place.
mm,
There won't be issues anymore.
mm.
Everybody will be happy. So anyway, meaning incoming president,
Mm.
we know what to do. And that is what we expect them to address squarely. Tell us, in the first 100 days, what steps are you going to take?
To take.
When Buhari came to power, he said we address issue of insecurity.
Yes, I was more coming to that
Uh,
because these are some of the issues
Yes.
you also listed in
Yes.
your portfolio.
Yes.
So, insecurity. What do you expect the next president to do? And meanwhile, we are going on a short break. When we come back, we'll put more issues on today's national economy. Don't go away, viewers. We're coming back.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Money Radio, discussing the business of making and spending money.
Welcome back. This is Morning Radio reaching you on Leadership Television. My name is Winifred Weber. I'm in the studio is the National Economy Editor, Kingsley Alu. He is reviewing today's headline story on the paper. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
I will have tough economic questions Nigeria's incoming president must answer. That's the leading story of national economy today and this week. So going back to where we talked about insecurity and fuel subsidy.
Yeah.
Fuel subsidy, it's really happening in that sector because a report carried out by even this day said NNPC spent about 94.7% of August oil revenue on petrol subsidy. That is quite huge.
Yeah, I don't think subsidy is no longer sustainable. You can't continue subsidizing it. It's not sustainable at all. Minister of Finance said about some days back that the country spends about 18 billion naira daily on subsidy.
18 billion naira.
Daily.
Meanwhile, before this present administration came to power, he said that fuel subsidy is a scam.
Yeah, because there are people that are profiting from the whole thing. That's the simple truth. That's why it won't go away.
No, Endiko, is it that most this president is the number one man in the country?
Yes.
Is it that he has a lot power to tackle these so-called big men in the sector?
I wouldn't know. I don't want to go brief for him, but I feel the only thing they can do at this moment is to do away with subsidy. It's not sustainable anyway. Where you spend about 1.243 trillion monthly on subsidy. I mean, it's a huge drain on the economy. It's a huge drain on our resources. That money you can put it to fix our roads, build more schools, hospitals, and other areas of infrastructure development. You can actually, like release this money to do other things, and why, people are even happier for it. Somebody can look and see tangible things you've done. So it is not sustainable. But you see, here is the catch. The question we should be asking, and what they should be telling us is this. Is the removal going to be spontaneous, or is it going to be a gradual phasing? Because if it's spontaneous, for instance, it will have, an effect on the cost and the demand, especially the demand side.
But however, there's advantage, like if I have to come in for that, on the part of this incoming president, in the sense that Dangote refinery is expected to come on stream at least by mid next year. So that's be able to cushion and maybe stop what the payment of subsidy, don't you think?
I don't think it will have much effect. The truth of the matter is
instead of subsidizing that is crude brought in, refined crude now.
Yes.
The crude is going to be refined within the country,
Yes.
so no more payment outside.
Yes, but at the end of the day, the solution will just
So subsidy will automatically die
It has to go.
that time. Yes.
It's not
When
sustainable.
Dangote
Because
refinery
anything,
comes
for instance, now, let's say, why I say it has to go,
it will definitely.
it's not sustainable, like I've said. You see, if it's spontaneous, if the price of fuel should increase now, it will affect practically everything in the market. The cost of transportation, food items, name them. And this will lead to what we call structural inflation.
Mm.
You understand?
Yeah,
So
I'm listening to you.
if they are going to phase it out, tell us when. How are you going to do it?
Mm.
You can't be spending this much, 1.24 trillion monthly on subsidy or 18 billion
It's not
naira
tenable.
daily. I mean, it's not sustainable. It will require again political will. Government has to be able to say, yes, we're going to do this now. The incoming president has to be able to handle this. If they can tackle this, for instance, MTN, you know that it's pay as you go. It's not about protesting. Who are you protesting to?
Mm.
Do you understand me?
Yes.
Why are you going to protest? Who will listen to you? If you want to use data, the moment you run out of data, nobody will tell you to go and recharge. It's a simple thing like that. You know, you just get used to it. You get used to it. That also you free up some money. A lot of money, a lot of wastages in the system that shouldn't even be in the first place. And government, the incoming president must, if they can tackle these three issues, forest scarcity, issue of fuel subsidy, removal, power, fixing this national grid, every other thing will fall in place. That's what I believe they should be telling us. So it's not going to be about any general rhetoric. Nobody's interested in that. And our vote should go to whoever is ready to address and fix these problems.
Okay. So you also talked about coordinating fiscal and monetary policies to promote growth.
Yeah, it just takes somebody who knows what to do. Put the right person there. He will know what to do. Let me give you an instance. The Vice President Yemi Osibanjo, have you noticed that any time he's in acting capacity, things will turn immediately? That's the simple truth. He knows what to do. He's not interested in this command the economy they are running. He knows what to do. He knows what. Do you understand me? That is all it needs. Get the right people, put them in the right places. They will perform. If there's proper coordination centered around these three, why not? We will see that exchange rate naira will begin to, gain strength in the market. Right now, it's nowhere. It's almost 700 now to the dollar.
The free fall.
It's a free fall. So somebody has to be able to halt that slide and volatility in the market. It has to just happen. It has to. We don't have to wait until it reaches 1,000 naira to the dollar or maybe 1,500 to the dollar. Then, as usual, if they will come to the result of the usual brickmanship, coming with all manner of excuses and blaming Mr. A and Mr. B, and we don't want blame games anymore. We've had that blame game going on for almost 8 years. It has taken the nation anywhere. So the truth is that now somebody has to come and be able to arrest this situation and make Nigeria great again.
Thank you so much, Kingsley. Now we're talking about setting agendas, right? Top economic questions Nigeria's incoming president
Yes.
must answer.
Yes.
But Kingsley, is it all about answering? Because we've had presidential candidates since Nigerians announcing democracy, talking about since 1999, and it's always been rhetoric without much action. They just come there to tell Nigerians what they feel Nigerians wants to hear, the
Yes.
electorate.
Yes.
And this time around, they go there, they do what they like. So what is going to happen? Is it enough for them to just answer these questions? Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that.
No, I don't think it's enough. We're going to look at the antecedents. Where are they coming from? If you've been this or that, how did you perform? How were you rated? Not by me or you. Going by every performance indices. How were you able to perform? How were you rated? We can go back. If you say you are going to help us to cut costs, save this, save that, you look at your time when you were in office, when you did so, and so. Were you able to do that? It's no longer going to be grammar and confusing people. People are tired of business as usual. People are tired of that. Do you understand me? So their antecedents should be speaking for them. Because the cost of Gary in Lagos It's the same in Ibadan, across the nation.
Yes.
You can't buy fuel at system price, go down that price. It's the same.
It's the same.
So whoever is coming, you antecedent. You must be what you are trying to sell to us. If you say your misintegrity, we will see it when you were there. We look at your books, look at what you did. That should be able to convince the electorate to vote for you. We mustn't be carried away by people who may be, collecting 2 kobo and 3 kobo, and they are giving money and they start talking rubbish. This is the time for us to get serious and save this nation.
Now, another tough economic question, though not economic, but it's also central. People actually dub it as a hydra-headed monster that has actually, infiltrate into every economic sector, and that is the issue of insecurity. Don't forget that 2 previous elections that we had, past elections, security and corruption were the key campaign slogan.
Yes.
What is the incoming president, Nigerian security, how is he going to answer this issue of insecurity?
The good news is this. You see, Abacha said at the time that if you have insecurity anywhere in a nation and it lasts for more than 6 months, there must be insider collaboration. That's the simple truth. That's the simple truth. With all the sophisticated equipment at disposal of the military and all the rest of them, all the weapons and all the rest of them, they can't survive. So it will need a leader with a political will to tackle insecurity. What we are seeing, a bandit, a kingpin, a leader, being turbaned, in broad daylight in Zamfara. Toji Bello. In fact, the last few days he has been ranting how the military went and destroyed his where he kept his people and whatever, how he's going to come full force, that they breach agreements.
People also went paid him a costly visit to tell him that they are not also part of it.
They are not part of it. So this is the sorry situation we find ourselves, where they are even now begging a kingpin, somebody that should be executed, killed, without wasting time. These people, you know where they are. So you can turban them in broad daylight, police will not arrest them. Army will not suddenly move in, nothing will happen. Then the community now will be going either under the cover of darkness to tell them, please, we are sorry, we are not part of this and that. And government is in the know of these things. So we need a leader who can take the bull by the horn and trash this issue once and for all. It's not the one Osama bin Laden was making all the noise. It didn't take much. It's just intelligence gathering. They were able to track where he was hiding in Pakistan and then grab him there and kill him there and dump him in the sea. That's what they should be doing with these people.
So thank you so much, Kingsley. So in your views now, so what are the 2 key issues, economy and security, for the incoming question? What are your own views?
No, for me, they should tackle both.
That's what I'm saying. I said the 2 key
issues is insecurity
and
economy. They should rank most on the list of whatever they have offering for.
Thank you so much. Just that time cannot permit us to discuss Nigeria's huge debt portfolio. But next time on the program, we'll have time to do just that. Well, viewers, this is where we call it a day on today's morning radio. This is my debut edition, and it's been a pleasure having you, Kingsley Ali.
Thank you.
Editor of National Econo. I look forward to see you tomorrow or next time on the program. I remember Winifred. Bye.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.